Lumos. Lumos. Hogsmeade, here I come.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around. I hope to see you again. Now. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Lumos.
I can always rely on my Patronus. Hello again. Wonderful. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be...
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find 𝖊𝖊𝖙.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens.
A castle? 𝖍𝖊𝖊𝖙. I should investigate. The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Gryffindor, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually, thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Gryffindor.
This is going well. Now that's more like it. Blast! That wasn't too difficult. Flying, if I do say so myself.
This is going well. Did anyone else see that? That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the 𝔬𝔬𝔊𝖆𝖊𝖙 I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Gryffindor. You take care of yourself.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet. Lumos.
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without...
fit for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team. I'm ready to do what's needed to take 𝔬𝔓𝔢 down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against 𝔬𝔓𝔢, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and 𝔬𝔓𝔢. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
One never knows when society will get thrown.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, 𝔖𝔏𝑢, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about 𝔬𝔊𝔢𝔐𝔓. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now 𝔬𝔓𝔢 has taken my darling 𝔖𝔏𝑢.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. 𝔬𝔓𝔢 approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help 𝔬𝔓𝔢 wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest 𝔖𝔏𝑢 is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were 𝔖𝔏𝑢's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped 𝔬𝔓𝔢 since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about 𝔖𝔏𝑢, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't 𝔬𝔓𝔢 extort your husband?
𝔖𝔏𝑢's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for 𝔬𝔓𝔢. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that 𝔬𝔓𝔢 will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against 𝔬𝔓𝔢, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔬𝔬𝔬 must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, 𝔬𝔐𝔊𝖏, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔬𝔬 works at 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔨. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way through.
Accio. Revelio. here.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. 𝖊𝖊𝖊.
I hope Rookwood knows what he did.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield should be shocked for the world. Using that girl as bait, and covered for her. We ought to just kill her. Only Hogwarts Susan would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
𝖊𝖊𝖊.
Hey,
The Hamlets don't stand a chance against us.
hey.
Can't believe we're forced to work with these goblins. I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of. Brockborough's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sacks. Well, that's me, of course.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stocks after our little visit.
How did I get mixed up with him? Doing Rookwood's work for him.
𝖊𝖊𝖊.
It's been a bit grim, I won't deny, but the tides will turn for us soon.
Lucas, don't tell us. 𝖊𝖊𝖊.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
Lucas, don't tell us. 𝖊𝖊𝖊.
Wonder where we should aim for next. Somewhere else they're lured into thinking the Ministry will protect them.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. Even fighting over
My loyalty to Rookwood and no one else.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets. I've raided Brockborough more times than...
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Who goes next?
coming up.
What are your thoughts on?
Die for that.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Aaron Shearer.
I've never been afraid of the dark, nor doing dark things.
Friend won't come looking. Ah, there you are. Expulso! I hear you. Whoever you are. Incendio!
Flash of inspiration. You'll be sorry you did that.
Revelio.
Revelio. 𝔬𝔬𝔢𝔖𝔐𝔬𝔢 love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Mr. 𝔬𝖊𝖊, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the... I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
Mr. 𝔬𝖊's wand.
𝔓𝔬𝔢𝔓.
If Natty couldn't summon Mr. 𝔬𝖊's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something. Mr. 𝔬𝖊's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. 𝔬𝖊, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Bombada!
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Lumos.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once
𝔓𝔲𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔦𝔫𝔤. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. 𝔓𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔬𝔠 told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. 𝖍𝖊 all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. 𝖍𝖊 to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. 𝔓𝔤𝔤𝔬𝔠𝔨, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Lumos.
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you. I truly enjoyed working with you. Thank you for believing in me. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow. I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we saw a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer. She misses him. But that does not mean that.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't...
He was. We all have our burdens.
Yes, I remember.
Exactly. And once he is gone, We are making progress. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Why do students always run when Peasy wants to have some fun?
Bombarda!
I'd take flying over walking any day.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Lumos. Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Снежits. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere? There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
Perhaps you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Снежits, and I'm sure to all be fun.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions. I can head to the library and start looking. I'll let you know what I find.
Would that you all wielded that power for good.
Revelio. Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Accio! Precisely as planned. Accio! Precisely as planned. Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned. Accio! Didn't I say I adore competition? Hard luck.
Absolutely. Don't...
That's the spirit. Accio! Precisely as planned. Accio! Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned. Such grace. grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned. Accio! Such grace. Finesse. Hard luck.
Absolutely.
Accio! Precisely as planned. Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio! Precisely as planned. Accio! Hard luck.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio! Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio! Accio! Wow, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I play by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Why, when I go to Gringotts, do I get some snivelling with it telling me you frittered away half our fortune on the sweets trolley? Are you trying to bankrupt us? Put it on my mother's account, you say. Well, no more! I am cutting you off!
About a beautification potion.
It's you! Thank you again for finding my box. I never could have done it myself.
This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herod. 𝔬𝔢𝔬𝔢𝔬𝔢𝔬 was as good as Sophronia said she was. Accio! Incendio! Pulso! Revelio. That chest looks interesting. That wasn't too hard. I wonder what's next. I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left. Revelio.
Confringo! Bombarda! Finger! Bombarda! Finger! Bombarda! Arrest the momentum! Repulsor! Arrest the momentum! Arrest the momentum! Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Accio.
Revelio. 𝔬𝖊𝖊𝖙 Leviosa. Leviosa. Repulsor. Accio. see. The switch reset everything. Good to know. That's the last of them. Seems I was a match, and this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wanted to see this.
The sheer nerve taking them down.
Galleons and a historian's
Sophronia, Of course, but not for free. That wasn't easy.
Of course, I'd pay anything. Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest 𝔓𝔠𝔠 master of all time. You're my second favorite hero! If he thinks he's getting away with this, he has another thing coming.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to charms, or called 𝔬𝔠𝔢𝔠 Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower. The bells must be upstairs.
𝔓𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔬𝔠𝔥. 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔨𝔬𝔠𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬
One up, one to go. Revelio. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Beg silence of you.
Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
So you have. But bring me a few more and I'll show you how to improve casting 𝔓𝖊𝖊𝖙.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
I commend you for your courage and valour, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Revelio.
Students ought to have a strict schedule. No more of this waltzing in and all hours. Revelio. Revelio. You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder. I was telling Violet just the other day, it is a joy.
Revelio.
𝔍𝔊𝖊𝖙.